Hey, what's up, nerds and nobodies? My name's Raindrop. Welcome back to the channel. Now, when was the last time we did a ranting with Raindrop? I think it was like 2 months ago. Yeah, well, anyways, we're recontinuing this series. Every other Wednesday, we are posting podcasts. But you guys read the title. You know what this video is about. We're talking about Fortnite's current state and how my feelings specifically are towards the game. And we're starting. Let's do this! And with that said, if you are a nerd like me, and if you are nobody like me, and if you are quarantined just like me, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications. We're all gamers here. We're all trying to have fun during the quarantine, and we're all having fun during this school quarantine. Now, getting into the video, I'm talking about Fortnite's status right now. Now, I know there's a lot of people who have been comparing Fortnite to Valorant or this Warzone Call of Duty game. I think Warzone is already done. You know, it's a very good game. I tried it out, but I personally think it's not going to overcome Fortnite. It doesn't have the kids vibe as well as it doesn't have the cartoony vibe, so not everybody can play it. Now, getting to pro players in Valorant, there's a lot of pro players who have been quitting for Valorant, and a lot of these pro players, they don't even know what Valorant, they know what Valorant is, but they don't necessarily know, they've never played it before, and they're just looking at the title and they're just saying this is going to be an awesome game. But when they get it and they realize that controllers can't play on it, which is huge. I mean, Fortnite is mainly played by controllers. You don't want to tell me that? You could go research it. I can guarantee you, if I'm wrong, okay, I can guarantee you controller players are the majority of Fortnite's community. And every time, you know, when a game comes out that isn't designed for controller players, well, it doesn't need to be designed for them, but it needs to have some type of support, because without support for controller players, your game is not going to get as much. Valorant, I think, very well might be able to beat Fortnite, not in views, but it might be able to steal some audience away. Sure, Fortnite will snap back, creator code, support a creator, all that stuff, good updates and stuff, if that necessarily happens. But I think, Valorant had a good chance before they basically announced that controller players were never going to have a chance in the first place to play in that game. And I think that's huge, because if people could play on consoles and play that game, that'd be amazing, because everybody would probably go try it out, and Fortnite would probably lose for a month, but then they would come back, just like Apex Legends or that other Call of Duty game that everybody said was going to kill it. Now, on the topic of pro players, I've been wanting to say this for a while. Pro players, I think they feel entitled to cash cups. Now, I might get a lot of hate for this, but you know what? I honestly don't care. This is the podcast that I like to talk about my stuff, and if you don't like it, just leave, okay? We're good. But if you do like it, and if you are, like I said, a nerd nobody just like me in a quarantine, stay tuned, because we're talking about pro players right now. Now, pro players think they're entitled to cash cups. It's almost like this. Say your mom has, you have to do homework, and then you have your game that you want to play. Your mom's going to make you do homework, so you're going to have to, the homework is resemblance of the casual community wanting the updates. Screw that analogy. What I'm saying is, controller players are the main people, and I feel like Fortnite made a grave mistake when they started favoring pro players, because if this game never went competitive, I think it would still have the charm that it did back in season 2. But because it was pursued so much competitive, cash cup after cash cup, and they keep giving pros what they want, I mean, the way I see it, if pro players aren't going to be there for Fortnite's worst, they don't deserve to be there in its best. And I think every pro player should take into consideration that their basically career was made by this game. This game has made thousands of people being able to stay at home and do what they love, gaming videos, YouTube videos, and I'm part of those people. I'm trying to do that as well. Well, probably won't happen the next year, but I'm still trying to do it. And I think we should, as a community, take grace in the fact that Fortnite is necessarily, they're trying hard. They tried Chapter 2 Season 1 to make the game more balanced. They didn't add too many things, and I know people will be like, oh yeah, but they didn't add anything. But at the same time, if they started adding things, people would still complain, and people are complaining about patch notes at the same time. Like, do you realize how bad it is to have 118 million people playing your game, and half of them are haters, and the other half have been influenced by pro players and hate your game? It's incredibly hard, and I think people should give more leeway to Fortnite for being able to put it up for so long, because I know if I was a game creator and I was getting hate like Fortnite does every single day, people saying my game's gonna die, my game sucks, and the people that I made, like say I made somebody's career and then they went behind my back and said that I suck and I'm trash, I wouldn't like it that much. And pro players use much more vulgar words than I used just then to describe the game that their careers have been made of. Like, let's say for instance, Tfue, right? I don't want to get in trouble here, but his career was made by FaZe, okay? Like, he probably would have gotten to where he is now, but it would have taken a severely long time. FaZe made him who he is today, and then he just went and backstabbed FaZe. Now, I know there's a lot of people who are like, FaZe did him wrong. I'm not going to get into that because I honestly don't know into that. All I know is that FaZe mate built him up, gave him more money than they ever had, and then he left them and paddled on them, and then he wanted to leave the contract. That's not how it works. If you sign a contract and then you realize it's wrong, you don't just get to reverse the contract. You got to learn from your mistakes. Any other person who signed a contract and then realized that it was terrible will not be able to go on that contract, and then unless they went through a severe legal war, and that would be highly unlikely because Tfue is very rich and has lots of money, and most of us are just people sitting at home playing Fortnite in the quarantine and have zero money. We have to ask our parents' credit card. So honestly, that's my opinion on pro players, being greedy on everything. But the current state of Fortnite, I personally think it's very nice. I think I'm loving all the updates. I would love if they made the helicopters a little bit more exciting, like maybe like one missile. Would one missile be too much? Maybe like a 10-second reload, one missile? Because Ninja was complaining earlier, I think, about how the helicopters are just for transportation. Well, what if the boots were just for transportation? You'd hate them. Nobody would use them. But then I'm not advocating for boots here. Actually, I love the boots. They were pretty fun. But I'm not advocating for boots. But there has to be. It's just very complicated. Bros don't ever know what they want, and this game is in a good state, in my opinion. I'm going to keep uploading content that's enjoyable for me, but also I hope it's enjoyable for you guys, the fan base that I try to keep going but keep failing. But anyway, that's my opinion. That is the Ranting with Raindrop podcast episode 2. If you did enjoy the video, like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. I'm Nerd and Nobody. Well, I'm actually Ranting with Raindrop, but I'm a nerd, I'm a nobody, and I am in quarantine, so I need to like the video, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. I don't even know what I'm saying, and I guess I'll see you guys later. Peace.